Colorado State has wrapped up their non-conference schedule. Now all eyes turn to the Mountain West campaign. But first, head coach Tom Hilbert is here to talk about his team's performance. Another 2-1 in a 3-match tournament. You're making a habit of this 2-1. What's going on here?
Well, we don't like it, believe me. Each weekend, the premier team that we played, we've taken losses to, and it's it's not what we planned. Right. We're playing good. We're playing well enough to win at times. We just aren't sustaining it over a long period of time, and that's all I can tell you. I thought we competed well against University of Colorado, but I just think there were some things that they did at the end of sets 1 and set 2 that made the difference.
And that's the big momentum builder. But first, let's go all the way back to the matchup against the Sycamores here at Moby Arena the Friday night. I thought that was about as well-paced in the tempo and just the communication as your team had played up to this point. Agreed?
It was very good. And, it was the best we had done in terms of executing our disruption plan against the team. You know what I mean? We served the people we needed to very tough. We blocked very well. And really, Indiana State was taken completely out of their comfort zone. And so they turned around and played CU pretty well on Saturday morning. So I was very pleased with that match. And then we then go to Portland State and play them on Saturday morning and played decently against Portland State too. They did play one really good set where we had hit a bunch of errors and they blocked us a few times to keep them in it, but we were the one that prevailed at the end of a very tight set.
Yeah, so 2 sweeps in the first 2 matches, setting up the big showdown as Colorado State locks horns with the Buffaloes of the University of Colorado. And again, you mentioned end of set moments, momentum. This is one of those things that you can continue to build on, right?
Yeah, it is, if we approach it the right way. We're ahead in both the first and the second set, and our team has to. We've got to go practice those scenarios in practice and do them so that they feel like, okay, when I'm in this situation again, I'm going to know how to execute and what not to do in terms of point giveaways and things like that, so that we can be tougher. And when you go back and watch film of those things, Colorado did play well during those times, but there were things that we could have done differently.
So as you look back on this entire non-conference campaign as a whole, where you started, where you are now, what areas have you seen the most growth in, and what do you still need to improve upon?
We must improve as a blocking team against fast offenses. Okay. That's something that has been exposed on us a lot. So we're going to really work hard on doing that. We are hitting much higher error percentages and much higher being blocked percentages than we did last year. And it's essentially, you think, well, we added, Jessica Jackson and Ellie Gubser. Well, it's not those two that are doing it. It's the players that have been playing a long time. So there's things going on there that we have to look at. We got to show video, and it has to do with like set tempos and management of bad sets, management of difficult situations, that we're not doing that as well as we did last year, and we need to really work on it.
Well, and speaking of management of difficult situations, final question for you. You've had to go through different lineups because you faced a challenge. Over this past week, and Olivia Nicholson put on the Libero jersey for the first time. She's doing very, very well, too. Are you finding any sort of solidity in the rotations you want to use, or is it still in flux?
Well, I'll tell you this. I thought that our ball handling and serve receive game was the best this weekend it has been, with Olivia Nicholson as the Libero. So you don't go back to something else. We need to seriously consider doing that over the long term, to be quite honest, because we were much better in that phase of the game than we've been all year.
Colorado State gets their preparation underway, again defending that Mountain West title. They go on the road to Nevada before returning here on Saturday to take on San Jose State. When we come back on the Colorado State Volleyball Update, we'll talk with Brianna Runnels. Don't go anywhere.
We've all been there. Gridlock. But this is the 2018 Nissan Rogue. It's got Pro Pilot Assist and can stop and start on its own to help keep your distance from that car ahead, and can help keep you centered in your lane.
Get a low $199 per month lease or get 0% financing for 60 months on Rogue.
Now the most exciting tech you own is in your driveway.
You know what they don't say? If only I had done more banking. We know that life is about living. So go live, and we'll take care of the rest. We are Canvas Credit Union. Go live.
Rams and Buffs have been traveling the world with Semester at Sea since 1963. Semester at Sea Voyagers explore 10 to 13 countries across 4 continents in a once-in-a-lifetime semester. Whether you're a high school student, current undergraduate student, or an adult adventurer, we are now welcoming spring and fall applications. Visit semesteratsea.org to learn more about student and lifelong learner voyages. Best of luck to both teams.
Welcome back to the Colorado State Volleyball Update. Pleased to be joined by Brianna Runnels. Brianna, first of all, you're from Hawaii, right? You're born in Hawaii, right?
I was born in Hawaii.
How long did you spend in Hawaii?
About 2 years.
2 years, so you don't remember playing any beach or
Yeah,
anything like that?
military family, so.
Okay, there we go. But let's go all the way back, how you managed to find yourself here at Fort Collins. Obviously, your game has progressed ever since you kept on campus. Going back and reading some of the headlines from your performance in high school, you've really come a long way here. How's it been?
It's been good. It's a great learning experience for me, trying to elevate my game. But really, I'm just happy to be here. It's a great opportunity.
I always ask Katie Oleksak and Kirsty Hillier the same question because you ran into each other overseas. Have they been giving you the business about your all-star team falling to their team overseas, or is they've kind of let up a little bit?
I think that it didn't really matter because we're teammates. We're going to play together. They know what I can do. I don't think that they necessarily are going to put the pressure on me all year long, We're on the same side.
That's right. And boy, talk about doing a lot of different things for Colorado State. We look at some of the numbers, leading the team in kills, leading the teams in kills per set, leading the team in digs, leading the team in service aces, and also receiving at 96%. You've been targeted twice as often as anybody else on the squad. Are you just going to push Katie aside and say, I'm going to take over setter now? Is that how this is going to work?
I mean, if Tom lets me take that position, Katie's up for her run.
Let's go back to your real important position. You have shown off an ability to pass the ball exceptionally well. We know about your gifts on the attacking side of things. Was that just something you've always been good at, or has that been part of the growth and development here this season?
It's definitely something I'm still working on, still developing. I mean, I played in high school and club, playing all positions, and then my first year I didn't do that, but now I'm coming back into my comfort zone.
You also had a few mentors on the outside. We focused more on what you're relied upon to do for Colorado State, which is the attacking position and the strong side. You had some mentors help you and see things. What is the strength of your game from that position? Some people hit different angles, some people hit high. Where are you on the spectrum?
I think my main goal is to stay consistent. I do want to hit the ball as hard as I can, but also getting the ball in the court and getting crafty with my shots is important as well.
Do you like the ball tight, deep, close? What's your attack window like?
I guess I don't really have a type. I'm just going to go out wherever the ball is given to me.
Okay. And so Colorado State relying upon Brianna Runnels. Now I ask the same question once again. Leadership changes over a little bit, just a redshirt sophomore, but you are a proud graduate of the Bomb Squad. You are also doing a lot of great things and stepping into roles out here. How comfortable are you leading the team both in-game and on the court in practice?
I think, my role is not very vocal. It's quiet, just my presence on the court, staying consistent, knowing that the team can trust me in all aspects is important.
After you look at how your team has performed in non-conference, obviously you had some, very challenging opponents that you didn't come out on top of. But how has that prepared you for this Mountain West Conference championship run?
Goal is to get that championship again. They definitely challenged us, and they helped us focus on what we need to work on. And so now it's going and taking over conference and then pushing forward to the end of the season.
So Colorado State relying on the talents of Brianna Runnels, just an impeccable performance up to this point. Still a long way to go in the Mountain West. Brianna, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on the Colorado State Volleyball Update. Don't forget, Colorado State is on the road 7:30 at Nevada. You can find that on the Mountain West Network, and also be here for the Orange Out on Saturday night after the football contest. 7 p.m. is first serve. We'll be back with your update next week. See you then, folks.